Ladies and gentlemen, it's star time. Jury's Hotel proud comedian HAL ROACH.
I was in the church the other night and Father Murphy was in great form in the pulpit. He stood up there, he gave us hell, fire and brimstone, the lot. He frightened the life out of us, he really did. He said, "Stand up, all those who want to go to heaven." Of course, we all stood up immediately. He said, "Sit down," and we all sat down. Now he said, "Stand up, all those who want to go to hell." Nobody stood up except Flanagan in the middle of the church. And Father Murphy said, "Flanagan, do you want to go to hell?" And Flanagan said, "No, Father," he said, "but I didn't like to see you standing there by yourself." This fellow O'Shaughnessy was a hypochondriac. He was a terrible case altogether. When he died, on his tombstone, he had his own epitaph, and it read, "Now will you believe I'm sick?" Somebody told him one time that mercury was good for making you supple. Mercury. So he had mercury injected in his backbone to make him supple, and obviously this was successful because on a normal day he was 5'8". When it got a bit warm, he shot up to 12 feet. Until one day it went down to freezing and the cat got him. God between us and all harm, but there's none of us perfect, as you know. Wait till I tell you. This judge here in Dublin was a bit cross-eyed like myself, honest to God, yes. And one day he was in court and there was 3 fellas standing before him to be sentenced. And with the cross eyes, God help us, you can imagine what would happen. When you hear this? So he was addressing the 3 of them, and he said to the first fella, "What's your name?" And the second fella answered, "Pat Murphy." The judge says, "I wasn't talking to you." And the third fella said, "I never opened my mouth." Write it down, it's a good one. Write it down. God knows it's simple. Wait till I tell you, I have a quotation here from the Kerryman newspaper, you know, down in Kerry. You probably heard about the Kerryman that was disqualified from the tug-of-war team for pushing.